Yeah. I tell you what, I'm going to start off first with something that wasn't even on my plan, but Facebook does this phenomenal thing where it shows you past experiences. And this morning, it showed me that 4 years ago was my first vendor event that I did by myself. And today is my first time talking in front of a crowd like this. Pretty big. All right. My training tonight is more of a testimony / training. It's on I'm not good enough. So. It's okay. We'll get there. All right. Well, to start off, good evening. Just want to say, is there anybody else out there that's like me that suffers from this disorder of I'm not good enough? So, when somebody meets you out somewhere or you're wearing your jewelry and they ask you, hey, how about doing that closet console for me? Or how about doing a Facebook show for me? And you're just absolutely thinking to yourself, I am just not good enough for that yet. I don't know what I'm doing enough to do that. I mean, that's just, it's a hard thing. Wow. Okay, I'll get there. Let me breathe.
You got this, baby.
My story of I'm not good enough goes back way farther than this, but we're just going to try and keep this as short as possible. So we'll start off at the designer dinner this year at Raleigh. So the designer dinner, we were introduced to all in, all out, and all hits. That was a statement that just really hit me hard. It really touched me that the fact that we work for a company that is just all about us as a whole, and it's all about Jesus. Wow, I mean, it touches me at the fact that we can go all in for Jesus to a company and be okay with it. I am getting completely off my words. All right, let me see if I can get back on track here. Yeah. So, not only did that hit me as the fact of all in, all out, and all his, but it also hit me when somebody else, which I believe the lady that's on this side of the room, it's one of these two ladies over here, had discussed with me, and I'm bad with names and bad with remembering who tells me things. But one of these ladies over here told me that they'd given basically themselves to the God of use me for whatever you need me for. Between the two statements that night, oh my Lord, I had given my life to Christ probably 14, 15 years ago, and I never knew what it was actually meant to just go all in for Christ and just allow Him to use me and use my life. So that night after designer dinner, I decided to go all in. I decided that Christ was going to use me for whatever He had in store for me, and I was just going to let it happen. Little did I know, I'm not good enough is in my head first before anything else is. So, first thing after I say, Christ use me for whatever you got for me, we went to the Gooch family reunion. Yeah. So, I'm sitting there with my beautiful bride. My beautiful bride does a lot of things through Christ, and Christ definitely awards her for just being there for Him. So we got up for a lot of awards, and we got to Mr. Graceland. Gary called my name, and all I could think was, I am not good enough for this. I'm not good enough to stand up next to Zig. I'm not good enough to stand up next to Josh. I am definitely not good enough to stand up in a spot where Wade Ivey used to stand at. It took a lot for me. What felt like 10, 15 minutes of me sitting there just staring like, no, you didn't call my name. Then I just started thinking, God started putting it in my head of, you asked me to be in your life, and I'm using you. So get up there and show people what I'm doing through you. So I did. I accepted that award. It's all through Christ. It's all through giving my life over to God. And it's all through this family and my beautiful bride that I am the way I am today. So for 22 years, I've been working in the commercial field. I have not really had Christ in my life through the commercial field. I've been a pipe fitter, HVAC tech, plumber. If it wasn't for this business, I would still be in the field today, being a plumber, pipe fitter, HVAC tech, just not living my life for Christ. A year ago, I got a new job, and I didn't know where Christ was going to take me with this, but the boss asked me, so where do you see yourself in 5 years? I said, well, I can see myself still being in the field because I'm not good enough to do anything else. And the boss asked me, well, I can see you being a project manager for my company in 5 years. I said, well, if that's where God wants me to go, then I guess for that moment I can be good enough. A year later, I was approached again by the same man who said, I'm ready for you now. Wow. So no matter how much I want my plan to be in a certain amount of time, God has proven to me that my plan is not his plan. So he moved me into the office. Now, you know what, just...
You got this, baby.
So now I sit behind the desk and I talk to other guys about what they should and shouldn't be doing. And I have used Christ more sitting behind the desk than I ever would have in the field. I have helped guys in the office to just smile and stop looking so depressed. He has used me to help guys in the field to just be more open and more apt to what is going on in life. It's just amazing what he's doing to me. But I still have this I'm not good enough aspect. So my wife helped me out with this training a little bit. So I want to at least read some of the things that she said. And I don't really past what she said. Oh my, okay, maybe I won't read what she said. We'll get back to that. Alright, so, not about 3 weeks into me being in the office and doing what I'm doing and just allowing God to lead me, I literally have never touched a computer in my life. And what God is doing through me and just guiding me is helping me figure out what I'm doing as a job, and it's just amazing to me. So while we were in our first staff meeting, we got about halfway through it, and the general manager stopped and he said, Dave, he says, I just want to let you know, I don't know what you're doing or how you're doing it. I've never had a manager come in here and do what you're doing. And I think that I want to hire 2 more guys to do your job, and I want to move you into an office manager position. Wow. What do you think my first sentence was when he said that? And I hate to tell you, it wasn't I'm not good enough. I said, hold up. I've only been doing this for 3 weeks. Let's hit the brakes just a little bit, which basically translates to I'm not good enough for this. But the problem is I asked God to lead my life. And in order for me to ask God to lead my life, I have to get over, I'm not good enough. So, coming onto this stage here, Mr. Gary Gooch messaged my wife and said, I would like you, Buffy, and David also to do a training at Haven. I looked over that text message probably 5 or 6 times trying to figure out a way that I didn't have to do a training. I didn't have to stand up in front of people because my first thought was, I'm not good enough. So I continued to think on what can I train on? What can I train on? I'm not good enough just kept sticking in my head. You are not good enough. I said, well, here it goes. We got to finally get rid of I'm not good enough. So I pulled out the Bible. I pulled out the Bible on my app. I typed in on Google. Bible verses that have to do with I am good enough. And I got to the first one, and I just had to stop there, which I'll read it here. The very first one that came up was Genesis 1:26 and 27. Then God said, let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, over the livestock and the wild animals, and over all creatures that move along the ground. So God created man in his own image. I just had to stop there. I don't need to go any farther. God created me. God created you in his image.
Amen.
I asked God to come into my life and lead me. And then I read that he created me in his own image. I am good enough through him. I am good enough. So, because I asked God to walk next to me, to give me all the strength that he possibly can, and to lead me where he wants me to be, because he made me in his own image, I'm good enough. And today, my new quote and my new statement is, I'm not good enough, just isn't good enough. That's going to be my quote for the rest of my life. So, because I didn't read a lot of stuff, I'm pretty well there. I carried for 10 minutes, so I was like, what?